What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to Comics Rediscovered, and we're continuing the series grading some comics, so stay tuned. Alright, so this is the second video in my kind of guessing of grades kind of videos, and today we're going to move into 2 issues of Moon Knight. So Moon Knight's a character I like quite a bit, and I've got the first appearance here in his own series. So everything before this was Werewolf by Night, appearances in other heroes comics, and in a run in the Hulk magazine, and then into this series. So this is the first appearance of Khonshu, sort of, and the origin of Moon Knight, really. So I've got this one, and this one I got from a collector. I'm pretty sure he bought it. He was the only one who had it, so he bought it in 1980 when it came out, and it's in pretty good condition. So this one we'll have a look at, and we'll just get this one in the top-down view. So I've got it in a top loader here. I'll take it out and we'll get the top-down view of that one. But this one here, I just did an unboxing video, and this was something that I won in an eBay auction. This is Moon Knight number 14, the first appearance of Stained Glass Scarlet. And this is one of those spec books now that Disney Plus is working on the Moon Knight series. There's a lot of speculation that Stained Glass Scarlet might be in the show. So I went ahead and I picked this up. I got it at an okay price. The dealer said it was very fine to very fine plus, but let's have a look. Alright, so here we go. We got a top-down view for you of the two books. We have Moon Knight number 1 here on the left and number 14 on the right. This one was 1980 and 1981. And for two books from the 1980s, they both look like they're in pretty decent shape. We'll put this one off to the side here and focus on this one. Alright, so the first thing you'll notice, and this is the first thing I noticed, is how close to the edge everything seems here. And when I first opened this, or when I first opened the shipping that this came out of, I noticed that and thought that somebody must have trimmed it. And I was pretty ticked off. I don't know if you can see on the back, there's a bit of a roll here. But I started looking online, and it seems that that is just a printing error for this book, so it doesn't really affect the grade. So you can see on the back here, this is pretty clean. This ad is also on the back of my Spider-Man 210 book, and looks way different. The colors here are way more vibrant. There's no dirt or anything. Everything here is nice and white, so that's good. Staples look pretty good. There's no rusting or anything on the staples there. Try and get up here so you can see. So the staples look good. And here on the front of the book, again, nothing dirty. Everything looks good. The colors are still nice and bright, like the color of white up in here and the color in his cape. There's even a difference. The white here and the white here is not quite as bright on this book. Let's go ahead and open it up. Okay, so these pages would be considered off-white, and it just, I have a feeling with these older books, because it's basically newspaper print, it's not really nice paper, but this is kind of a common thing. Everything's good in here. So that has the advertisement. And here we go, center page. Staples are still in there. They're a little jagged, a little sharp, but they have not ripped the paper, which makes me think this book was bought as a book to put in the case and throw it on the shelf, because this book looks pretty good. And like I said, aside from the page quality being the off-white, which I think is just because it's newspaper, everything else about this is pretty clean. I'll flip it back over. You can see on the edge here, There's a bit of a divot that can maybe be pressed out. And on the corner here, see there's a little tick here and here, but nothing that's breaking any color, so that's good. So there we go, Moon Knight number 1. To me, this looks like it's in great shape. I would assume this has to be in the category of 9 with off-white, but you guys let me know. Is this a 9, 9.2, 9.4, 9.6? What are we talking with that Moon Knight? So let's move to the second book. We're 14. Like I said, already I can see that the white around the Marvel Comics logo is not quite as bright. The Moon Knight character, his cape isn't as white. However, the lettering, I mean, it looks pretty good against the purple background. It's not dirty or anything. All the white spots are clean. They're just kind of faded. With this book, there's a little kind of ding maybe up in the corner here. Real small. And a bit of a roll on the edge there. But I imagine that could be pressed. In the corner here, we've got a little bit of a ding there. And it doesn't look too bad. And then again here in this bottom corner, we've got a little bit going on there. Let's check out the back of this one. So another Lego ad. Again, pretty clean. There's no dirt or anything on here. It's just a little bit faded. And you can see up here in the corner, there's the little ding. On the spine here, there's a little bit of wear there. Again, that just looks like a little bit of rolling to me. So I think hopefully a press could take that out. And same up here in this corner. A little bit of a roll there. Page isn't broken or ripped. Everything looks all right. So let's have a look on the inside. Again, just this kind of off-white color newsprint paper. I would have to assume that that's pretty common for the time. Oh, there we go, right on the first page. Stained glass scarlet, there you go. That's a cool picture. All the ads are in place. I don't know if there's any cutouts for this one. This crazy ass jet. These helicopters, they would never work. They're pretty wild. And I get the design is because he's Moon Knight, but I don't think those helicopters would actually fly very well. Yeah, still got the ad for the magic. That's good. And we've got a bit of a Spider-Man ad in the back here. And this ad is in place. Star Wars Empire Strikes Back. This is all white. That looks all right. And this book looks okay as well. So given this one has some dings in the corners, mainly on the back, so it still presents pretty well on the front. Everything's good. There's no like real press marks or anything. A little bit down here, again around the edges. Hopefully a good press can take that out. There's a few dings up here, but nothing terrible. So there you go. So where does this fit in with some dings? And like I said, it's pretty clean. The pages are probably off-white on that newsprint. Again, you can see here the printing errors that they're having in these Moon Knight books. It's a little more narrow here and wider at the bottom. So there you go. I would think Moon Knight number 1, that's got to be in the 9s category. And is this 8s? 8.5? Closing in on 9? If I got it pressed and cleaned, do I get a 9 out of that? Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about these two issues here. You can really see here the contrast, the white against the white of these two books. So let me know. Leave a comment below. Let me know. What do you think? What's the grade on the Moon Knight 14 and the Moon Knight number 1? What other Moon Knight books do you think I should pick up? I have some Moon Knight Epic collections and trade paperbacks, and I'm collecting the single issues. I like this older stuff, and I like when Bosicanovich starts doing all these covers, because his art, when they let him go wild, his art's amazing. So leave a comment below, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you guys in the next video.